Hello, it's your boy Jet Black, not to be confused with Goku Black, here with another Dragon Ball discussion. If you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that subscribe button. We're trying to hit over 470 subscribers, and we can't do so without your help. Also, we have a minimum like goal for this video of 5 likes, so it would really be appreciative if you smash that like button. Yo. Let's jump right into the video because it's a rather weird topic. It's the Kiai versus the Kaio-Ken. Which move is better? Which move is more versatile? Which move has the highest cost? And which one really has the strongest limit? So let's jump right into the Daisenshu and talk about the one that you guys are more familiar with, which would be the Kaio-Ken. So the Kaio-Ken is, and we're reading straight from the Daisenshu. This is a translation by Herms posted on the Kanzenshu. If you don't know what the Daisenshu is the official guide to Dragon Ball. We like to use this as reference material because if you're not using official reference material or referencing something from the show or manga, then it more or less is like a headcanon thing. So this helps add some legitimacy to our discussions. So it is a technique that instantly amplifies the ki inside one's body, multiplying all that person's abilities, including power, speed, defense, etc. Since it makes one capable of utilizing battle power many times their own ability, it is extraordinarily effective during battles with formidable opponents. However, because it is impossible to multiply excessively far beyond one's abilities, experimenting with an unreasonably high Kaio-Ken might destroy one's own body. Then it goes into how when you're at certain battle powers, your limit is only so many multipliers. And it talks about how if you use the Kaio-Ken above your limits, you can potentially destroy your body. So that is one of the drawbacks to the Kaio-Ken, is that it can destroy the body. However, it amplifies one's ki instantly, and it multiplies all your abilities along with it. So you can see how the Kaio-Ken is a very powerful power-up. And it's one that you get right off the bat. You know, Super Saiyan, sometimes we see large charging times for Super Saiyan, especially the first few times the characters do it. Eventually, they just flash into it. But Kaio-Ken is an instant multiplier. And when stacked on top of things, like as we've seen with Kaio-Ken Blue, it can be very formidable. Now, you guys may be wondering, how can we compare something like this to the Kiai? And some of you may be wondering what the Kiai even is. So first off, let's define the Kiai, and then let's jump back and talk about how much utility the Kiai really has. So the Kiai is a technique where letting out a great yell emits ki from the entire body. While increasing one's own ki, you create an intense shockwave that attacks your opponents. So it creates a shockwave that attacks your opponents while increasing your ki. It doesn't necessarily multiply your stats like the Kaio-Ken does, but like the Kaio-Ken, it does have an increase in ki. Now, how does this in any way compare to the Kaio-Ken is probably what you're asking, and that's when we got to look at all these other things related to the Kiai. For example, Kiais have been used to deflect ki attacks. So not only does it create a shockwave that can knock away your opponent who may be charging at you with a physical attack, but it can deflect ki attacks as well. We also have the Kiai Cannon, which is considered its own technique within itself, where you fire an invisible bundle of ki at your opponent. You could say that we don't have to count the Kiai Cannon. The Kiai itself already kind of does that with its shockwave that comes out that hits your opponent. So it kind of goes in with that. The Kiai Eyes, I also would say, is something that's skippable. It's like the same knock away your opponent thing, but it's with a sharp glare, and it's something that the Kaioshin and Majin Buu have been able to do. Kiai Extinguisher, now you're looking at some interesting shit. So the Kiai Extinguisher is essentially where you release a Kiai, and by doing so, you can extinguish a ki manipulation type attack. Someone shooting the Gallic gun at you, or the Kaio-Ken, or someone's coming at you with an energy sword or some shit, you can extinguish their ki attack with your Kiai. So you're increasing your own ki while making your opponent's ki attack not do shit and releasing a shockwave that knocks your opponent backwards. So you're already getting a lot out of it, and you're currently just kind of yelling and increasing your power. Let's see. So here's something else. If you concentrate your Kiai into one point, you can release it from a single point. The main difference between a ki blast and this type of technique is that you can't see it. You know, like the ki is like an invisible thing that moves from you. But by concentrating your ki and releasing it from one point, it definitely can fuck over your opponent. Let's see. It's strong enough to obliterate an arena. Hold on. The Kikoho? This is the Kikoho. Is that not what I thought it was? Now, this is interesting because this isn't one of the things of the Ki that I had originally looked at. Let's see. This is interesting for like a whole other reason. So Kikoho, Dragon Ball. Because I thought that was something else entirely. The Kikoho. So I like that I can learn things. Yeah, hold on. So the tri-beam thing that Tien uses is a form of the Ki. The more you learn. Because I definitely didn't know that. Okay, so that's like another use for the Ki. But again, I won't count that one. I want to talk about the general Ki and how useful it is. But it's interesting that you can focus it in order to do things like the tri-beam. Also, the Ki is how you do opening a hole in a dimension. So you can use it to open holes between dimensions, and Toriyama has stated that the different Dragon Ball movies are different dimensions. So there are like multiple dimensions in Dragon Ball, and the room of space and time is also another dimension, and then Hit can create time storage, pocket dimensions, and then Cocoette, who's a member of the Pride Troopers, can make pocket dimensions. So the Ki can allow you to potentially escape Hit's time storage, escape Cocoette's pocket dimensions, escape the room of spirit and time, move into other movie universes, deflect ki attacks, extinguish ki attacks, release a shockwave that acts as an attack and can push your opponent backwards. So we just listed 8 things, not counting the other things that the Ki has been demonstrated to do, like Tien's like crazy Kikoho tri-beam bullshit. So, and then the Kaio-Ken. I mean, the Kaio-Ken definitely is a powerful ass move. It definitely does a lot. But holy fuck, like if you read up on all the things that the Ki does, and come on, like everybody does the Ki. If you saw someone scream in place and it released a shockwave and their ki increased, they did a Ki. It's such a like versatile move where the Kaio-Ken is some shit that really like only Goku seems to have mastered. Even the Daisenshu goes that far as to say that Goku has used it to go above his limits. Its designer is the North Kaio, but Goku was the first person to be able to master it. And it doesn't seem like Goku has taught anybody else, nor has the North Kaio for real. So we have this move, which Goku can use, specifically Goku, because it seems like he's the only master of it, that can make him instantly better. But if he goes too hard with it, he can destroy his own body. Or the Ki, which can send your opponent potentially into another dimension, making all of their ki attacks useless, knocking them back with a shockwave attack that most people have been able to use. And it's like, in any situation where Goku could use the Kaio-Ken, right, where it would be like, man, I'm facing off against Hit, I need to amp up my power so I can really like beat Hit's ass, right? Why doesn't he just use the Ki and knock Hit away, make it where none of Hit's ki attacks would matter because they'll be deflected and extinguished, and knock him into a hole that you opened in the dimension, trapping Hit in like a Broly universe or some bullshit, right? Like trapping him in Dragon Ball Evolution. That's the new hell, dude. Sending someone through normal continuity dimension into fucking Dragon Ball Evolution, trapping that nigga in live action, and then letting the hole close and just being like, well, I guess my ki is increased because that's another benefit of the Ki, and then turning around to your opponent and being like, so do you want to take an L? So to me, the Ki seems more versatile, and it seems like more characters can use it. The Kaio-Ken is the best at what it does, though. For one, it's an instant boost, and it boosts all your stats, not just your ki. because the Kiai only seems to claim that you get like a ki increase, not that everything else is multiplied. So as a simple multiplier of your base that you can get instantly in order to like fight an opponent, I could see the Kaio-Ken being better. The Kiai is a gradual thing as you see them over time yelling more and more in order to increase their power. But based on the fact that the Kikoho is a thing, Tien's Tri-Beam where he can concentrate a Kiai, it seems like you can train Kiai even further. And if you could train your Kiai to increase your ki at a faster rate, while also deflecting ki blasts and extinguishing ki blasts and knocking your opponent away from you and all this other bullshit that the Kiai is capable of, you know, like you could have a way better Kiai and it could just be more useful. Goku versus Jiren. Goku could Kiai, knock Jiren into another dimension. I'm not saying that nigga can't jump back through the hole, but at least when he comes back through, you've increased your ki. And if he jumps back through shooting out ki blast, at least all those will be deflected and extinguished. And at least if he charges you straight forward, if you're still ki-eyeing, you're still releasing a shockwave. So maybe that'll hold him off or slow him down. You know, like, it just seems like it has all these benefits. Now, I'm not saying the Kiai doesn't have limits. Kiai definitely has limits. Kaio-Ken, we know it has limits. Fucks up the body if you go too hard. But Kiai, we've seen Gohan fuck up with that. You see this image? That's my nigga Gohan going too hard with the Kiai. So this is from Dragon Ball Super, and it's in the episode where Gohan continues to power up so that Goku can sense him from the other side of the universe on Beerus's planet, so that he can instant transmission to Earth to help them face off against Frieza. But Gohan continues to Kiai, increasing his ki beyond what his body can handle, until my nigga shrimps out so hard. You know, like, if you push the Kiai past what your body can really handle, you can end up like Gohan at his lowest moment I think we've seen of him. I mean, that was it was a cool strategy. Because if you didn't know what was going on, like why he was doing it, you'd be like, damn, Gohan, you're really fucking up. But it was a cool strat to get Goku and Vegeta there in time to face off against Frieza. So are you saying the Ki could be used as a beacon for you to increase your ki in order to help people find you? Seems like we can add another thing to the list of things the Ki does. You know what I mean? Like, the Ki is very versatile. I'm not saying in a battle situation when you just want a multiplier, when you just want to like increase your overall power, that the Ki is better, because it's not. The Kaio-Ken is an instant boost, an instant multiplier to all your physical stats by amplifying the ki in your body, where the Ki is an increase in your ki that happens to potentially end fights if you use it right. Because I keep thinking about it. It really does fuck over your opponent. Like, I can keep naming examples, I think, is what upsets me. Like, Coco Oe tries to trap you in a pocket dimension bubble. I Ki-eye, and I break out. Because the Ki-eye is how you open holes in dimensions. So by powering up, you can break out. That's essentially what Kale fucking did in the most recent episode of Dragon Ball Super. So yeah, Ki for the win. Like, you know, like, Boo tries to hit you with the Transfiguration Beam to turn you into nothing. We've done a video on that, how the Transfiguration Beam can do more than turn you into candy. It can turn you into anything Boo imagines. So Boo imagines nothing. He's going to essentially erase you. So he fires that at you, and you Ki, which can deflect attacks, which we've already seen the Transfiguration Beam can be deflected, because Evil Boo deflected it when Good Boo did it to turn Good Boo into candy. So you Ki and you deflect the Transfiguration Beam back at Boo. Fuck, I guess Boo erased himself. Boo is now nothing. I guess I won with my Ki. You know, you know, if I had Kaio-Ken when Boo hit me with the Transfiguration Beam, I don't really think that would be helpful. You know, there's so much bullshit, especially the concept of deflecting the attack back at your opponent, right? I Ki when you hit me with your strongest beam attack. Fuck, I guess your whole beam's going to come back and hit you. And if you're about to say some bullshit like the Ki can't deflect like big beams, if you're going to say the Ki can only deflect like small attacks, then also, holy fuck, there's so many other Ki things that we didn't mention. but the deflection, you can deflect a Kamehameha with a Kiai. Tenshinhan has done it to deflect a Kamehameha back at his opponent. So you Gallic gun me, you Kamehameha me, you hit me up with a beam. You know, the Pride Troopers did a big beam attack in this most recent episode. Kiai, bam, you hit yourself with your own beam, you knocked yourselves out of the fucking arena game. You know, there was the Trio de Dangers. They had their beam where they all worked together. They combined their power. Kiai, boom, you hit yourself with your own fucking beam. Like, Kiai is so good. Let's look at all these things that I just, like, skipped over real quick. Hey, look, here's Piccolo blowing something away with Kiai. Let's see, what is the move that he blew? With a cry, he shoots at a slimy substance that discharges lightning that clings to its opponent. Looks like you're trapped by shooting slime through sorcery. I guess I'll Kiai, and I'm not trapped anymore. Got him. You know, like, let's see. Kibito uses an ability he got from being born among the people of the heavenly realm, restoring people through a Kiai that he sends into him. Kibito can put Kiais in your body to heal you? I wonder if other people can use this ability. Dende! That's how Dende heals people? Whoa, what the fuck? Hold on, no. I don't need to get things twisted. It's a technique where one gives ki to bodies that have been injured or whose battle power has dropped from battle, restoring their power. Dende gathers electricity-like ki from his entire body and emits it from his hands, where Kibito uses an ability he got from being born among the people of the heavenly realm to send a Kiai through him. So hold on. I feel like that could potentially be learned. Like, Kibito got the ability from just being born there, but it's the idea of sending your Kiai through someone. So I'm not saying that a normal Kiai will do that. And like I said, we're only basing this off of what a normal Kiai can do. So I'm not going to say that a normal Kiai can heal people. But the idea that a Kiai has enough potential to potentially heal someone just adds to the list of bullshit that the Kiai can do. Because, like, you don't think about this for a Kiai. You know, you don't think about all the things that a Kiai is really capable of doing in order to empower someone. Here's another thing. Purple Comet Crash. It's a technique where Jisoo wrapped in a red aura and Bada wrapped in a blue one combine in midair to form a purple whirlpool that shoots ki bullets at random. But Goku defended against it using a Kiai barrier. You do a Kiai, which can, like, extinguish or deflect ki attacks, because the Kiai is bullshit, but it's amazing bullshit, and I love it so much. Oh my gosh. So yeah, we just named multiple uses for the Kiai that go beyond, like, just like a Kaio-Ken. Like I said, the Kaio-Ken is the best at what it does for multiplying your physical attributes instantly in a fight, even though it has limits, because if you go beyond what your body can handle, you can break your body. But the Kiai, as we've seen in Gohan and Dragon Ball Super, if you go too far with that, you can also essentially go beyond your limits and fuck yourself over really hard. But doesn't he, like, eat a sensu bean afterwards? Like, wasn't it like a minimum consequence thing where, like, sure, you fucked yourself, but, like, it wasn't too bad? Goku Kaio-Ken blued or whatever for the first time, and afterwards, like, his powers were all fucked up. Like, again, I'm not shitting on the Kaio-Ken. I'm not saying that the Kaio-Ken isn't a good move. It's definitely good, and it has its place. But because the Kiai deflects ki attacks, extinguishes ki attacks, knocks your opponent back with a shockwave, can open a hole in a dimension where you can trap your opponent, you know, like, if I can just keep listing bullshit that I can do, but all I did was stand in place and scream, you know what I mean? It increases your ki. Like, I'm standing and screaming, but I can win a fight. I can win a whole fucking fight by standing and screaming. Versus, I give myself a boost, but even my boost may not be enough for me to beat my opponent. Think about when Goku used the Kaio-Ken against, like, Vegeta, and it didn't seem like it would be enough, and then he used the Kaio-Ken Kamehameha to pull through when he was facing off Vegeta in the beam struggle. Now think about how the Kiai can deflect beam attacks like the Kamehameha, and how when Vegeta shot the beam at Goku, and he Ki'd in order to shoot a stronger beam. No, he didn't Ki. He Kaio-Ken to shoot a stronger beam. He could have Ki'd instead of Kaio-Kenning to deflect the beam back at Vegeta, and Vegeta just would have ate shit, and you wouldn't have to have tried to push harder with the Kaio-Ken. You know what I mean? So all I'm saying is Kiai could be really useful. It could do a lot. They need to use the Kiai more. And to be honest, when it comes to versatility, the Kiai is better, but the Kaio-Ken is the best at what it does. And I feel like that's how a lot of these discussions are when I do a comparison between two similar abilities. It's not that ability A is bad, it's that ability B does something similar but can do a whole bunch of other shit as well. So what do you guys think about this discussion of the Kaio-Ken versus the Kiai? I'd really like to hear your thoughts. Please post in the comment section below. Yo, if you like this video, make sure to hit it up with a like. We're trying to get this video up to 5 likes. And if you enjoy videos like this, make sure to come over to the nickabenson channel and smash that subscribe button. We have new videos like this coming out all the time. So thank you all once again for watching. This is your host, Jet Black, logging out. Peace.